Hey everybody, welcome back to the Rocket Brown Show, and this series of videos is called How to Make a Sonic Game Work.
Now we're talking about anti-heroes, and the only anti-hero I can think of is Shadow, yeah?
The only villain that could the only other Sonic villain that was as good as Robotnik.
Yeah, for one game.
But for one game, I thought he was the coolest thing.
You went there.
I didn't want
there. You went for he is the coolest.
No, shut up. I wasn't even thinking that. I'm just thinking he was the coolest, he was the coolest part of the game.
Let me talk about Shadow, because Shadow I have kind of a love-hate relationship with. I love Shadow initially in concept, because obviously he's darker Sonic, and I mean, if you're going to do a rival and you're going to do the stereotype rival, might as well have darker Sonic. It kind of works. I mean, it's a little cliche, but, you know, whatever. It's a children's game. The villain is cliche, so whatever. I'm okay with that.
I don't think they made it too cliche, though, because Shadow wasn't all depressing and shit.
Well, no, I didn't say depressing version of Sonic. I said dark.
I know, but he was...
Dark as in, like, his mood is he's not an upbeat, positive mood. He's polar opposites in every way of Sonic. He's a complete darker version of Sonic in a cliche form. Not saying in the beginning, he's all broody yet. Because in Sonic Adventure 2, he is not emo. Like, he's not. He's angry. And I like that. He's pissed off. That's what I mean darker. He's more angry at society and the world because everyone betrayed his ass. I mean, his only care and family that he ever had was slaughtered by the military. He has a logical reason to be pissed off. His design's okay. I mean, it's another hedgehog, whatever. But Shadow's big selling point for me, what really attracted me to the character of Shadow is the fact that, unlike Sonic, he could actually have a tragic backstory and it not make the game too over-the-top serious.
Right.
You know, because a lot of characters have been like, oh, I've lost something, or blah, 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 or they'll make...
Well, I don't think we really had a character with that kind of backstory.
No.
Except maybe Knuckles.
Yeah, Knuckles wasn't tragic.
Yeah, it wasn't tragic. It was just... he's the last of his kind.
And I still call bullshit on that, but we'll talk about that today.
Well, so did Sega, but that's an entirely another game. But
yeah, but Shadow's personality is an interesting one because he's very cunning. You know, he's actually kind of like if Robotnik was taken maybe to a different type of level, because not only did he play Sonic and Company, he also played Robotnik when it came to Adventure 2. He completely played all for saps, because if you play the game, you realize that in the end, Shadow was the true villain. He was setting them all up for, the prototype Bio-Lizard.
Mm-hmm. Well, he basically just wanted to destroy the entire planet.
Yeah, he pulled a Sephiroth.
Mm-hmm.
But instead of being blatantly evil right in the front, he actually tried to make it seem like he was a servant. He played lackey to Eggman, and he played the role very well.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Playing off of Eggman's ego and whatnot to get what he wanted.
I think even before they reveal everything, it kind of hints at it, because, when they're discussing, I remember, like, the part where he fires the laser cannon, and then, like, Eggman's mad because, like, it didn't get enough attention. And then Shadow's just like, it doesn't matter. Let's get on with this.
Yeah,
the show on the road.
The show on the road.
Yeah.
Love that line. Because you could tell he's trying to rush the plan, but not like... He's rushing it in a way where it plays off of the other characters. He's playing off of Rouge's love of, like, riches and blah, blah, blah. He's playing off of Eggman's ego, and he does it very well. He's very cunning, very calculative. Yeah. And that's something that Sonic is not. Mm-hmm. Which I really think made a good rivalry for them. He made him a good villain and also makes him a good anti-hero. Now, the problem with Shadow is the fact that that was the only game he was used correctly.
Yeah, I think he should have been another Knack the Weasel, and he should have been just used for that game. Because if they were to bring him back, it's like putting Superman in the Marvel Universe. He's God.
Yeah. Well, not even just that. Like, okay, I'm going to go on a little small tangent about Shadow, my problems with him. His storyline makes no sense now.
Well, that's because of Shadow the Hedgehog.
But even more so. Because now you're wondering, okay, he tried to destroy the world. Why is he working with the government? Why does the government even trust him? Now he's a 50-year-old alien hybrid human hedgehog robot.
Well, I think his backstory makes sense. I was able to understand his backstory before Shadow the Hedgehog.
I still don't.
The only thing I don't understand is how did they go from Godzilla to Sonic clone to Sonic Deacon? That's the only part.
Still, they don't even explain his potential power and shit. Okay, in 6 they show his inhibitor rings. Now I know about this because I'm a Sonic nerd, but does anybody else know why the inhibitor rings do what they do? Did they ever mention them in a previous game?
No, they only mention them in Sonic 06.
Yeah, because it makes him a Super Saiyan. It's like pretty much being Super Saiyan but without the Chaos Emeralds. So it's it's Super Saiyan 0.5.
Well, because he's Shadow. I think wasn't he developed off of research from the Chaos Emeralds?
But see, here's the thing. Now we're asking questions and we're not sure.
Well, here I actually have the entire backstory right here. Let me see. He was like, I don't know if you're aware of why he was created, but basically,
he was supposed to be a cure.
Yeah, he was supposed to be the ultimate life form, and they were supposed to use his DNA to improve humanity and stuff.
Well, they still haven't done that now, have they?
No, they haven't. I was going to say,
Shadow's purpose, his initial purpose, is non-existent. It's moot. He's just some weird secret agent guy for no reason. I still to this day do not understand why they have him working with Gunn. The people who shot Maria!
No, but I know, but I was about to say, that brings me to the point that, remember, 06 was supposed to be a complete reboot of the story without all the backstory.
Still, though!
I know it doesn't make sense, but the fact that they forgot that, it doesn't make sense.
Exactly. Shadow's story is completely hodgepodgey and butt-fucked. Why is he fighting Sonic again in Sonic Generations?
Oh, he traveled in time. Didn't they travel in time in,
But if you read he's like, I don't know where we are, or what.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
I'm mad. Or it's just, it brings up, every time I think of Shadow's story now, all I think of is why. That's my question. And it never gets answered. The why is never answered.
Well, I think that, I had a problem with the story, like I said, after Shadow the Hedgehog, because they brought in aliens for some reason. It's like what?
The goofy Silent Hill ending. Yeah. It's like aliens. It was aliens all the time.
Oh my goodness, Silent Hill, god damn it. But yeah. And then then there was Heroes that brought up the whole, is he real or is he I think honestly they could have went somewhere with it, but then it got blown to shit.
It would have been fine if he really was a clone.
Yeah.
I'd have been okay with him. Robotnik found little traces of his charred, burnt, completely combusted DNA somewhere. He found a quill or something.
Because he's Eggman. And
he found a random quill, and he's like, okay, I'm going to make a clone of Shadow. And this clone
I'm going to make an army of Shadows. I thought, when I saw that, I'm like, oh, jeez.
It would have been cool if he really was a clone.
Yeah.
Because then you could have had a deep, compelling story about defining yourself versus defining who you're based off of. Pretty much Cloud's story in Final Fantasy VII in a nutshell.
Yeah.
He could have literally been a failed clone, and that's why he was sitting in the thingy, and they probably were going to dispose of him or something.
Right.
That would have been a great story. Then they brought in aliens. Oh, God, that did not make any sense. And that technically means that Shadow's obviously the real thing. So then you wonder how he survived falling planet side.
Well, I don't, because Sonic survived. I'm wondering why...
Sonic got caught by a plane.
No.
Went and splat to the ground.
Sonic didn't get catch my shit. That's the whole point. They were both in the same exact position, doing the same exact thing. Sonic lives because of hero immunity.
Oh, wait, you're talking about Sonic Adventure 2.
I'm talking about Adventure 2.
Oh, I was talking about when he falls from the sky.
No, I'm talking about Adventure 2. Because Shadow is pretty much Sonic, but better. Why did he die?
Because the Chaos Control wasn't big enough for the two of them.
Like,
no, that was dumb. It was totally dumb.
Like,
but
they could have brought in something about... Like, they could have brought in something about manipulating chaos energy and stuff, or how much can you do.
He didn't have a Chaos Emerald, so how could he do it?
No, they used the Chaos Emeralds to turn into Super Sonic and Super Shadow.
Yeah, his ring energy was kaput.
Oh, yeah. I don't... That ending... Adventure 2's ending was just...
It did one thing right. It gave the fact that if Shadow was going to die, he died a hero.
Yeah.
And if you wanted to leave Shadow as, like, that was his one game and be done with it...
I would have been perfectly fine, I would have
been fine with that. But if you're going to bring him back, you got to bring him back right.
Yeah.
Is he a clone? Is he not? He's an alien. No, he's not. He's a government agent. He's also a knight of the round table. He's a weird time-traveling man. He's a skateboarder guy. He's been in the Olympics.
You're bringing up Black Knight. Black Knight, and nobody was anybody.
I played it. It was horrible.
Oh, I'm sure it is. I'm just saying, you're bringing up like Black Knight in terms of character. Nobody was their character. It was kind of like they pretty much pulled a Muppets.
No, they were their characters. They were the way Sega's putting them now. Knuckles was an idiot. Blaine was really serious.
Knuckles was suicidal in Black Knight.
Yeah. Yeah. Really weird.
I was like, whoa. Whoa there. Whoa, Knuckles.
I need to kill myself because I failed my king. I take my job really seriously, man. But anyway, back on Shadow. Now, if you were to bring him back into this game, like now, this gaming age now, let's discount, like, let's just say you still have to contend with the fact that Shadow's been butt-fucked in Heroes 06 and Shadow.
You should contend with the fact that his story has been screwed up because of later games. You should contend to the fact that B, he's compared to everyone else in the Sonic universe, he's Superman. So it's like, how do you
make him work?
I mean, he should be like in the comics. Yeah, he works. They also did the whole he works the government thing, but I think for a while, I think they did it where he just wants to be left. I think where he just wants to be left alone to do his own thing.
Right.
Kind of like Knuckles.
And that's fine.
Yeah.
I would also take down some of his powers. You don't throw out these powers for no fucking reason and don't explain it.
Like I said, they turned him into Superman.
Like inhibitor rings? Really? Then why does he need the supersonic mode? If he could just...
I was about to say I could understand inhibitor rings, but just don't. If he's gonna use the Chaos Emeralds, bring back the hyper forms at least.
Mm-hmm. How about his personality? What would you do with that?
Well, then that brings in the thing where they should have left him in Adventure 2, but he could be more like a Batman character, where he comes in, where he's not part of the gang, but he comes in. He should be like the Ultimatum. Mm-hmm. Like, bring him in when it's really serious.
Right. No, and I agree. I think if you're going to bring him into a game, like, he shouldn't really be called on unless it's life-threatening.
Yeah.
Like, if there's another bio-lizard about to smack dab into the planet and everyone's going to die, call Shadow. Yeah. But if, like, Dr. Robotnik stole the muffins from the blind orphans, I mean, cupcakes, whatever. But if he did that, then don't call Shadow. Call Big the cat. He'll take care of it.
Not just orphans, blind orphans who can't... Blind orphans who can't walk.
Bison stole all the cupcakes from the blind orphans, and we're the only ones who could stop them.
And tied the train track.
This is the worst.